Yo! You're listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk about body language, relationships, how to read others, how to put yourself out there into the world, and how to go forth a little more observational and perceptive of your fellow human, alright? So, down in the description of this video, there'll be two links, one of them linking to the catalogue of body language. That's a ton of videos I've done covering, essentially the main components, if not all of the components of the subconscious body language behaviors you'll see on a day-to-day basis with the people you engage with. That's free because it's on YouTube, so go check that out. And there will be another link to my Patreon where we will observe, assess, and learn on attraction and repulsion body language in real time. We're going to watch real dates together. I'm going to give you the game you won't find elsewhere, alright? Now, we're going to talk about a staple in relationships. We're going to talk about something you might want to take into consideration, at least momentarily, in the realms of attracting women. And if we're not attracting women, we are keeping a hold of who we've got, who's ever so special to us, right? I want to talk about protection. I want to talk about ensuring your woman is safe. The feminine is soft and fragile within reason in comparison to the stubborn and rigid masculine. You as a man should be able to, in one way or another, protect the woman. Because if the woman does not feel protected, it's going to be problematic. Okay, that doesn't mean you need to be physically capable of protecting a woman. It just means you have to find a means as to how you can support and ensure security and safety for that woman. You may have children with that woman, or at least if the future holds children, and let's be real, could be a fling, a one-time thing. Biologically speaking, the aim of attraction and two people coming together, at least of the opposite sexes, would be to procreate. That's the biological purpose, the magnetic pull, right? That's the root of it all. Now, don't get me wrong, you might be a little bit older, those times might have flown. Right, understandable. But that biological seed was there first and foremost. So, if children are on the cards, if they aren't already, how is that woman going to feel that you are a long-term suitor or somebody worth spending time with if you don't have any qualities that project protection? How are you going to look after the kids, man? How are you going to protect your children, man? So, women can be in... Now, there's a multitude of factors as to why a woman will go astray and entertain the attention of another man. You can't stop it. There's always going to be a chink in the armor, right? You're not going to be perfect. Let me tell you that. And this is from experience. Maybe not in regards to myself. Although maybe, quite possibly in regards to myself, because I don't put it past no one. But the majority of women out there, if they can get away with it, will go out of their way to garner the attention of other potential suitors, regardless if they're in a relationship or not. It's in their nature. Attention is a feminine currency. Okay, to be unnoticed is to wither up and die as a human, a social animal, right? Oh, I don't want attention, I don't want nobody. Well, look at how depressing that life is when you're there in the basement. Never seeing daylight, having no attention or acknowledgement from your fellow human. It's a depressing existence, regardless if you feel like that's the way you want to be or not. You see? So, if a woman can't find any means of protection from her man, she will consider him a pushover. And she won't find discomfort in garnering the attention off of the next man, purely as she feels that it won't provoke a powerful response off of the man whom she feels is that pushover. I don't know if you've ever spoken to any women who have got boyfriends, but you can tell from the get-go if she respects him or not. And the fact she's giving you attention and showcasing indicators of interest, now, we know that subconsciously it can't be helped, but if she's going out of her way to send signals to another man that is external to her relationship, there's a lack of respect, at least in that very current moment in time. As I said, there's a chink in the armour. There is a space, a void that needs filling. That isn't being fulfilled by the masculine. It happens. It happens. It is inevitable. It'll happen in all relationships at any time. Okay? The right person's in the right place at the right time. It cannot be helped. No matter how perfect the relationship is, you have to understand that. But it's always a test. How far are people willing to go, If that man isn't capable of protecting the woman, she's gonna have a biological urge to find the masculine that does. Now, this might not necessarily be in the physical, but it might be in the financial. It might be in the emotional realm. You are devaluing yourself by not having the capability or the balls to put yourself out there to protect a woman. This is a reoccurring theme. A woman will fall out with her boyfriend. That boyfriend will become her ex-boyfriend. She will re-enter the dating market. She will now try to find a man who is there and able to protect herself from the ex-boyfriend, who can be utilized as a defense mechanism in the face of the masculine entity that now does not exist anymore. Okay? When a woman is held in embrace by the man who is larger, okay? Women tend to prefer taller men, men who have got a larger stature. When those large arms are wrapped around that woman, she will comment on how safe she feels, and this concept does have parallels to the father-daughter role. Okay? Financially speaking, can you provide and protect if things go sour? Can you protect in an ambitious manner, in a safeguarding manner? Can you protect in the realm of trust? Because the moment the protection is flawed, the moment there is doubt in how you can protect the woman, she will start to find and search that elsewhere, alright? She will try to find and fulfill those biological means elsewhere, because as animals we have to survive and preserve ourselves. So why wouldn't the woman have to go and biologically feel and pursue that urge, that is a necessity for her to survive, produce offspring, if not look after and care and bring up offspring and continue on her gene pool, her bloodline. Might be outside of conscious awareness, but there is a biological purpose behind the things I say and the things we talk about. Can you protect her? Does she feel safe with you? Does she feel safe? You might be unhinged. You might be an absolute maniac, right? But at the end of the day, at least she knows you can take care of business if necessary, as opposed to being a fragile little mouse. She'll shudder and cringe at your spinelessness. How's a woman going to respect a man who can't deal with a spider in the house? Is she going to have to deal with it? Is she going to have to take the masculine position? And we can talk about things like, oh, well, I'm pimping. I don't need to go out of my way to put myself in harm's way for my woman. I don't need to go out of my way to, provide more than I want to for the sake of my woman. I'm independent, I might be with her, but I don't have to devote this, that, and the third to her. And in a way, you might be correct, but if you're not willing to put yourself in harm's way when the time comes, does that mean she has to? And if she has to, isn't that her putting herself in the masculine frame? And if she, in the relationship of man and woman, is in the masculine frame, what frame does that put you? You don't have to go out of your way to showcase this ability of protection, but there must be faith. Sun Tzu doesn't want you going out of your way to engage in conflict. Sun Tzu wants you to, or Sun Tzu perhaps, wants you to ensure that you avoid conflict in a strategic way, in an astute way. Have you got these capabilities, these abilities to ensure protection of those you love? Because if you don't, it's going to go west. The moment you showcase yourself as a spineless individual, it's going to go west. There's going to be cold feet. He can't look after my kids. My kids are not safe. My potential kids, I was thinking and considering, the kids my womb wanted to make with this person. The way I felt in my womb when I was around this person, in my stomach, the way I felt towards this person has now gone away. Because I don't feel the biological urge to procreate with somebody who can't look after my offspring. It frightens me. Consciously, I'm not aware of this, but instinctually, I'm aware of this. I need to go find somebody who can look after me, who can defend me in this realm or the next. What do you mean you've lost your job? What do you mean I don't trust that you're going to be in a good position? You can't protect me no more. I'm insecure. I'm unsecure. So, as I started, I'm going to leave it with the question, how can you protect her? one way or the other. You don't have to be 10 foot tall. You don't need to be built like a brick house. You don't need to have millions of pounds. You don't need to have a secure, CCTV system in your property. But there needs to be some means of instilling some form of security to the safety of the one you love. And in return, you will be given respect and understanding that given they lose you, they will be losing something of importance. And that's not to say it's a means of keeping them, because there's a myriad of different factors that relate, but it's very important if you want to hold on to those you love that you are able, when push comes to shove, to put your foot forward and create protection. How do you do it? How will you do it? I'm signing out.